Hello buddies, this is John here, aka Precious Bubbles, and once again, welcome to my laboratory. Today's edition, I decided that, you know what, I want to kind of focus on synergy. And I know past video I said that I was going to start, I worked on Paradox Pokemon, past and the future Pokemon, and I did like their entire group list. And I thought, you know what, instead of doing singles, let's stick to the whole group list. And so what I thought I'd do is, okay, let's pick typings for synergy teams. May not be the best team in the world, but at least you could get an idea of what combos you could accomplish with certain Pokemon being played together. And best of all, it's just typings are easy. I mean, it may not be meta, but it's something you could expand on. So today, I thought, you know what, let's focus on Ice. Because Ice Pokemon are not really used a lot, and people get like a bad rep on Ice, thinking that it's bad, it's not as good as it should be. And that's not true. So, the main Pokemon I want to talk about is Abominable Snow, which actually got a really beef up in this setting. So, if you're not sure about Abominable Snow, it's a grass ice, so it seems like it has a really bad typing, right? Not necessarily. It has an ability called Snow Warning. On switches, when it comes out in play, it creates snow. So, yeah, there's a difference between the hail, which is a weather effect, and snow, that's kind of like a terrain effect. Now, what snow does, it gives you a higher defense capability when the snow is active, which is a great situation for all ice Pokemon. So your defense is actually greater. Now, if you look at the stats of Abominable, it actually has pretty decent stats for the fact that it's weak against a lot of things, but the stats nevertheless are actually pretty strong. So, if you were able to make this a little more effective, you notice defenses could be moved higher. We could make it pure defensive and then just distance attacks, or switch do vice versa. Just go all out attack and then increases HP, and hopefully the defenses kind of hold up. That's another way you can do it too. Or you can increase by speed and just hope the speed would be holding up for you. Many different ways you can do it. I want to try to stick to the whole attack with HP, because you're going to get a defense build-up, which is always good to have. So, on movesets, or items I should say, we could add an Assault Vest, but it only allows damaging moves to be occurred. So keep that in mind, you can't use status effects, so you give and take. We could do the Berry, so it gains health. That's fine. Okay, so now let's look at what we can do with the abilities since Snow is on the field. I think the first thing we can do is Aurora Veil. So you do the Veil for 5 turns, damage to allies is halved during Hell. So it creates the Hell, it uses Aurora Veil and Veil, and now all the damage you take are halved. So if you're taking weakness shots, they're now normal. And anything that was normal is cut down to half. So pretty good, if you ask me. And a lot of people are not taking away those abilities unless you're running Pelipper or the Psychic Terrain one that's I don't know. So that's good to know. This is a physical attacker, so we could, well, let's see, if we go back to here, was the speed? You know what, we're going to switch that out for special. But I think a lot of his moves are going to be based off special, but we'll look back and forth for a second. So knowing that, add the Classic Blizzard, just to put it out there. I would say, since we're going on specials, Chilling Water might not be bad. I'll just leave that in the slot right now. Earth Power, Energy Ball. Actually, Energy Ball is not that bad since it's a grass type, so let's just throw that in there. The Chilling Water, though, yeah, I feel like Ice Beam will be more of a stab move. Icy Wind, you know what? That's what we need to add from. So we're going to get rid of Blizzard, and we're going to stick to Icy Wind. Why? Because if you're playing against certain Pokemon, you go Icy Wind, hit both your opponent's Pokemon, drop their speed, and gives you a better shot of hitting your attacks first. Even if he gets knocked out, he served his purpose for that. Turns into a big attack? Okay. If we go for this setup, then that can be replaced with Leaf Storm. Because now we got a nice ability to give you higher defense, a nice ability to drop the opponent's speed down. Chilling Water, I believe, was the attack power by 1, and Leaf Storm just goes berserk. If I change one of them at least, Terra Blast won't be so bad. Weather Ball, it's not bad. Yeah, 1.5 defense. No, we'll just stick to that one. Whoa, I don't want to do that. I think overall, Absol would be a really good Pokemon to start out with. Now, if you want to throw a Pokemon like a partner out there, let's say Brown, let's see, was it Baxcalibur? One of the big Pokemon I ever played in the San Diego tournament, by the way. So it has 2 different abilities. Thermal Exchange, which if it gets attacked by a fire move, doesn't take the damage, you can't be burnt, and it gains an attack level raised by 1. The Ice Body, if the snow is active, this Pokemon heals 1/16 of HP next turn. I kind of like Ice Body. If you're going to play at the same time with Absol, you're gaining HP, which is always a good thing to have. Item. He's going to be an attacker, so we're going to add Assault Vest, so the special defense goes up 1.5. So if Veil is available, now you have 2 times your defense raised up. So if you want to sit there and look at the math, your 271 with the Veil becomes, it should technically, excuse me, become like 500. Yeah, it's just a big defensor, which is awesome with this ability. And if you're going to do that, then you're going to go, okay, well then I'm just going to work with my attack going up higher. So you could go off that route if you wanted to. Or similar down to 250. I'm trying to see if there's a magic number I could get here for both to be the same. Okay, about 246. There you go. I like that. So we can make it so the attack is maxed out, and defense and special defense are both at 246. So if you have the one defense 0.5 up, you're gonna raise it up to 123. So that's very high as it is. You raise it up 2 for 5 turns. This thing's a big wall in a sense for both defense and special defense. Great to know. In terms of attacks, and you're also healing too, which is a good factor. But in terms of attacks, we want to do physical, and we want to go quick. I recommend, well, can't go wrong with Aqua Tail, but let's see. I like Break. Okay, well. Dragon Claw, always good, standard dragon attack. You can use Earthquake. It's a good stab move. The Glaive Rush, yes, you're basically reducing what you just did, but it's the stab move that it's there if you want to, you'll take something out. I could replace it. Let's see, Ice Shard, yes. I feel like Glaive Rush is an awesome move by itself, but I feel like if you're going to drop yourself, you know, what's the point of doing all the power you're trying to get rid of. So if that's the case, a Terra Blast might not be a bad idea. Now that's interesting too. And with those out there, you could do a Breaking Swipe, change Dragon Claw into anything. Oh, that actually would be kind of interesting. Can Outrage be an acceptable move there? I think Crunch at this point. That's fine. So we got Substitute, Earthquake, Breaking Swipe, and Ice Shard. I guess the combo you can do between Abyssal and Back Caliber would just simply be to try to get the reveal going off. At the same time, with Excalibur, you could do Substitute. It may take some damage, but with your built-in leftover, because of the Veil, you'll gain HP back. And because you're high defense, that doll won't break as easy. And when you do it again, it's just going to make that much harder for them to keep on attacking through you. Now, for those who don't know yet, it's not... So we're on... I like to call it not Season 2, but we're on Part 2 of Season 1. That's the best way to put it. So, what that means is that the new Season 2 got announced that Paradox Pokemon are allowed to play. Now, that's not the legendary Pokemon in the game, the electric and the fighting one, but all the Paradox, past and present. They are eligible to play. And that'll start February 1st. So right now, we have the second part of the season we're working on for this month. Once that's over, you should still take the time this month to learn the new method, because that's going to be, it's like we're adding a new chess pieces to the board now. And you need to be familiar with it now before it becomes active. So I would say the Iron Bundle is going to be one of the ones that are going to be really good. Why? It's because it has Cork Drive. Not familiar with Cork Drive? I'll break it down to you very easily. And it has a way to have a thing called Boost Energy, which if it was electric terrain or a Boost Energy is used, the highest stats gets increased by 1.3, or if it's a speed the highest, it gets gained by 1.5. So meaning, if I want to make sure this Pokemon attacks first all the time, I will boost his attack up to 371, and I'll boost his special attack up to max. And HP, well, not really the highest there, but just throw some power on defense, or actually power on special defense. All we're trying to do with this Pokemon is go first, hit hard, knock things out. Since it boosts the highest stat, it's gonna more likely be speed. Speed's gonna add 1.5. So that's adding a 371. It's above I want to say 185, 186 to that. So he's over 500, basically. What I'm saying is this thing's going to be a beast in terms of going first. And it's going to have a high stat move on top of that. So what moves would you want to teach it? Well, we actually talked about this before. And I believe the moves it should learn are as followed. We'll just pull them all up really quick. Freeze Dry. Hits water Pokemon. It's super effective. Ice move. I believe the other one was a Helping Hand, which is always good to have. Let's see. Hydro Pump, because we don't have Surf right now, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we have that. Those Icy Winds. There's another Pokemon that learns Icy Wind, which is not bad. And I'm just throwing it out there. So if you did learn Icy Wind and got rid of Helping Hand, let's see. You know what? Yeah, I think that's a good. So we have 2 ice moves and 1 water move. So the whole idea is that we can do Icy Wind to lower your speed if you want to put an Abyssal at the same time. And do Helping Hand to give one of your buddies a big boost if you need to. Then you have Freeze Dry and Hydro Pump just for the necessary hits. Good easy Pokemon moves. Oh, what's this? Sea Titan? Yeah, that's close enough. Big whale. So it has an ability to take fat for fire ice type moves against Pokemon, deal damage with half offensive stats. Okay. Just like Hirayama has the same stick fat ability. He also has Slush Rush, which is snow active. Pokemon speed is doubled. We like that. And Sheer Force Pokemon's attack with secondary effects have 1.3 power. That is not that bad. I actually like that. But I also like the speed is double during that effect. So okay, so say we stick to the Sheer Rush, and that's because Snow is active. Wow, that's actually really good. I think you could take this. I don't remember if this thing evolves or not. No, I do not think this thing evolves. So it should be able to have the move Ricky's Rocket Helmet. Evil Light. Give it a little more defensive power. Since you know the speed is up, let's just max it out so it hits 490 when it has max power. HP is already high. We're gonna make the attack go high. Since a reveal happening, his defenses go to 285 to 332. So not bad, or 342. Yeah, not bad scenario, I would ask. So again, if you notice, a lot of the Ice type Pokemon, they can either be special or they can be physical attackers. This is a physical attacker. I would say, well, body pressure not doing defense right now. Chilling Water is not bad. I still like the Chilling Water attacks. Let's see. The Earthquake Stab move. Voice. Well, I like Ice Spinner when it's somebody else's terrain that's activated and you want to get rid of it and you don't have your Abominus anymore. So that's good to know. Liquidation is good and Play Rough is good. Overall, a good balanced Pokemon. It gets to hit first, gets to break the terrain on the field. So if it's a terrain that's not good for you, you just wipe it off the board. Liquidation is a solid attack, and Play Rough is a solid attack. Here we go, Weavile. Weavile, one of our fast Pokemon, has the move Pressure, which is uses one additional PP cost for their attacks. Instead of taking like you have an attack that has Hyper Beam that has 5 PPs, then each time you use it, instead of dropping to 4, it drops down to 3, then 1, then nothing. Other abilities, Pickpocket. This Pokemon has no item and is hit by a contact move. It still is the attacking item. Okay, it's not the best. We'll take the Pressure. It's fine. In terms of power, yeah, we just go to Life Orb, speed stats, and attack. Let's see. Yeah. This is more of a type-based Pokemon, I just want to make sure. Teach a Fake Out, so it blocks a move, potentially when necessary. Let's go Crash, Night Slash. I'm just going to the moves really quick to find out what we can use right now. My Twitch is not that bad. We already have Ice, so. Sorry I'm being quiet right now. I'm kind of curious with this last move. Like I said, I don't want to give... Yeah, I can stick to nasty plot just to build its attack power if you need to. And speed. Oh, it's not a special. Okay. No. At that point... Yeah, teach a Snowscape. We will make sure you have a secondary Pokemon that can learn that move in order to keep the snow going. So that's not bad. Crogonal. It's basically our ice type. It has Levitate, which is awesome because ground can't hit it, and that's one of the big stat moves that are out there. Let's see. In terms of power, looks like special defense is already up there, and speed. So let's stick to that. Let's give it a nice round power up, and we give it a nice attack up, and raise its HP a little bit. That's good. So we're gonna try to go for a special attack. Okay. In terms of moves, ancient powers is always good to have. Light sunshine, water. Throw a flash guide, throw a freeze dry. Icy wind. Overall, good setups because in this next format in season 2, you're gonna have to slow down Pokemon. It's not bad, but like I said, these are just setup ideas. So now we're talking about like combos. Sorry, Alexa, off. Apparently, I said a certain phrase and Alexa went off, so my apologies. But again, Avenusol is always the best one to start off with. It blows the snow in there, and you can do combinations. You can do combination with Bascal, with Ice Body because he gains HP. You can do Iron Bundle because he's just a fast attacker and he just starts hitting. We chose the Sheer Rush. So if the snow is active, his speed is doubled. So you can actually send this one out there just to go out there and start hitting things like crazy. Yeah, Weavile that has pressure. So pretty much there has the speed by itself. And yeah, Fake Out. So if your opponent's trying to do a combo and you know that combo is going to be really hard against you, just clap it and stop their combo first turn, and then you switch it out. And then Crogonal. Again, it has Levitate. You don't have to worry about the stab move by Garchomp like the Earthquakes. Again, with the ice power going up right now, it's your special attacker and special speed. So that's a really good thing to know. Outside of that, it's a pretty solid team. Now, if you want to talk about Terra types, you already are the ice type. That's what you want to be. So you could just make certain people double ice if you need to. I would say the other one doesn't really benefit from it is your bird, and you could change his. Like I would say, change the water, or just double ice it. Same thing with this Pokemon. You could change it if you wanted to. Remember, you can make it a fairy Pokemon if you care about that. Weavile, if I get knocked out first turn, his defenses and special defense is always low. It's meant to just go out there, critic something, and hopefully it doesn't die. And same thing, except for the special defense on Crogonal. It has Levitate, so Earthquake ground moves can't do anything to it. And then it has Life Orb, so it'll lose HP, but it's going to still do a lot of damage. But overall, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think. I like to find out your guys' inputs about the movesets I have. And then, like I said, later on, I'm going to start going through each typing we have and just find the Pokemon that either are the most common ones that people are using. So you can see that there could be a synergy and team potentially on these Pokemon. I'll try to at least do 6 at a time of each type. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys all next time.